Hey guys, what is up? And welcome back to another video. Today we're back again for another episode of Goattville Updates. Working back here on the mansion once again. And in between episodes, I've done a little bit of work. It probably doesn't seem like a lot, but that's just because, school's starting back up, so I haven't had the same amount of time over summer to work on it. But I've done quite a bit in terms of just laying out the exterior of everything. So in the last episode, we were working on this front bit, just sort of getting the start of all the walls and how the mansion was going to look. But since then, I've added a bit more to the top, and of course I've built these two things off to the side. And of course they're not, fully detailed, or at least as detailed as I want them to be, but that's just kind of the frame of what they're going to be. I'll get into more detail later into the build, but aside from all of that, we can go up here, and in this little opening area, I just sort of threw down a floor. It's not completely, overly detailed, but it's about as best as I could get it. I just threw down some spruce wood and have some oak wood laying on its side around the edges. It's a simple design. I feel like it'll be more fitting once we put in some walls and stuff in here, but we're actually not going to be working on this as like the first part of the interior part of the mansion. I've planned for this episode we could be working on this room because I already have all the walls and stuff done and the ceiling there, and I just feel like, this would be a good room to start out with. So this room is going to be, I'm going to go full British here, but I'm going to call it like a study because it's not going to be like an office or a library. I'm just going to call it a study because it's kind of a weird mix of both of them. So this is the main thing that we're going to be building in this episode. I don't have too much time to record, and also that, it's going to be, I suppose it's the best thing I could work on without making an insanely long video like the last one where I was recording for like 50 minutes or something like that. So I figured this will be something nice and easy to get done, so I suppose we can get started by sort of choosing a floor design. And by that, we're going to get something rather dark. I'm thinking of like dark oak wood, but I think I'm probably going to use that like for some furniture. Perhaps spruce wood? I think spruce wood could work. I'm going to run through like a variety of designs with like the flooring. I'll start out with spruce wood, and maybe I'll add in some more details in there, but I'm just going to lay down this ground and then we'll see how it is. So quick cut, 3, 2, 1. And here is the design that I have right now. So it's very simplistic and kind of a bit too similar to that, but I changed things up a bit. I just used some spruce wood and some brown terracotta. That's what it is. I tried out some brown concrete, but that was just a bit too bright. This terracotta looks a bit more neutralized and blends in a bit more. But as you can see, I also experimented with a little bit of wall colors. I went through a couple colors, and this is like the best one I could find, but I don't really think it's, as good as it could get, because like, I don't know, gray seems like it's a bit too much of a contrast from, the nice lovely Mediterranean vibe that it has on the outside, and then just come inside and it's all dark and cold. So I've been trying to like figure out what could possibly work good with that. Maybe like some light blue. I feel like it'd be too dark if I did that. But there's like no other colors that I could think of. So I'm just going to keep that wall up and see if perhaps maybe it will change in my perspective once we add some lights in here. So yeah, I suppose I could start with that, like throwing in a roof. And I think we're just going to use some quartz stairs and kind of line them up there. Actually, I could use some quartz slabs to kind of preserve the slope of everything. Let's get some quartz blocks as well, just to keep things a bit more uniform. So this is going to require another jump cut, so I suppose I'll come back once all of this is filled in as well. And we're back, and it actually looks kind of good, actually. I threw in a little bit of lighting so that way we can see things a bit more, but of course this isn't where it's going to go in the end. I just sort of threw it down so we can see things, but, it's actually looking quite nice. The roof up there is nice and smooth. It looked a lot better than I thought it was going to look, at least. And I think the gray walls would actually work a little bit, It may seem like a bit of a stretch, but, I feel like it's the best thing I could do. I mean, what other colors am I going to use? What other colors do they provide? Not many, so... So yeah, I guess we're just going to have to go with that. But anyway, I suppose I can get into some of the specificities of this, just sort of explaining my plan for it. You probably notice all this red wool on the ground. It's not just for carpets or anything. This is stuff like planned out for different things of furniture. So right here I'm going to have a large table, and these little things out here are supposed to be like the chairs and stuff like that. Over here we're going to have 2 other chairs, a table which is off center from that, which I need to fix, and over here we're just going to have like a single chair with like another table right here in front of the fireplace, but it's actually going to be facing the other way, so it's kind of like the fireplace is towards the back. I don't know, but I think it'll look good in the end. So yeah, there's the fireplace there, and I also have 2 windows like right here, 2 large windows with like a small little balcony on here. I suppose this isn't going to, it's not supposed to be like a proper, balcony for a great view, but it's just a small little detail to make the window, to make the room a bit more open. So you could open the windows and you can have a nice lovely view out of out onto your front yard. So yeah, we have those identical on both sides, and I am gonna have to adjust this table because I wanted this table to be right in the middle, but for some reason when I got into building, things just didn't line up for some reason. But actually, I don't even know what I'm gonna do for that. That was just sort of a rough idea, but that was just sort of the general idea which I had. But anyway, aside from contemplating over my past decisions, let's get into building this chimney right here, or this fireplace more specifically. So I think I'm going to use bricks, or perhaps I could use, no, I'm going to use bricks. It may seem a bit like weird for it to be, like bricks is not necessarily the most aesthetic looking of the blocks, but I feel like it could work, because you're going to have the bricks on the back side, and I feel like it could work, especially for that Italian style. Bricks would very much work, and that leads to the outside, so we can't dig in there. But I think what I'm going to do is let's take some stone bricks and line this along the front right there, and put a little bit right there. We can fill this entire thing in with stone bricks like that, and we can take some iron bars and put that over the front, and we should probably cover this up with some bricks, or should we get something else? Maybe like some, I don't know what else could work there, because what other color would be able to blend in? Maybe we could just like put a solid wall right here. It doesn't matter. We don't need continuity in this. This is Minecraft. So we can just sort of have that go up the front there. There we go. That makes it seem like makes a bit more sense. So I suppose we can carry this up a bit more, and then we can just close it up towards the bottom, and hopefully this should look pretty good. Maybe we can put a nice lovely clock or painting up there. I don't know, it's an odd number, so we can't get any of the big ones, so that's a bit of a shame. Actually, what we could do is let's check fire spreads off. But if I ever turn fire spreads on, will it spread? That's the question. Maybe if I replace these wool blocks right here, and then take some netherrack, and maybe we could just put one right there. Just put one block there, and we can take some coal ore, so it kind of looks like some coal, I suppose. I don't know what else to describe it as, but take some flint and steel and light that. So there we go, nice lovely fireplace. But first we need to get some stairs, slabs, and some bricks. And now let's quickly, close this off so it seems, to make a bit more sense. And I just fell. Alright, there we go. So let's just fill in all this stuff. And how does this look? Did I make it too tall? Well, no, I think that actually looks quite well. It looks kind of weird just the way like all of the stuff blends in. I wish there was a darker color of bricks. Something like a spruce wood color of bricks. That'd be much nicer. Now we could put that in the front, but I think that could work. I might have to like switch out the back texture because I'm beginning to think that's not going to work out too well because it kind of messes up with your perception a bit. Like I don't really know what I'm looking at back there, but let's fill in some of this back wall with this cyan stained clay, or terracotta as they're now calling it. So we could just fill in this wall. We don't have to fill it in all the way. I'm just going to go to the window like that and fill in this top bit right there. And then let's see, just looking at that wall, I actually think that kind of works. I think what we could actually do is let's take out this one and let's put in some nice lovely chimney slopes, or whatever, however you want to call them. Just take some of these. We can get rid of this row as well and fill that in with some of the cyan terracotta. Fill in like that, and then put some brick stairs like that. So that way it's not too big. Actually, we could bring it down one block as well. So it's not too big, not too impending on everything. It's just sort of nicely and lovely blending in. Let's see, does that look better? Yeah, it looks a lot better. Actually, we could make it a little bit shorter as well. Let's go down here. Just one block shorter should be good. Or I might have to edit it maybe a little bit later. This is just what we're going to leave it as. So, yeah, that actually looks pretty good. I like that. And then we can take a painting. Let's see what, here they are. So let's put, I need to specifically maneuver because I got the new paintings. We'll get the proper portrait one. That one, there we go. So whoever that is, I suppose the owner of this house, venerates them enough to put them on top of their fireplace. And what we could do is we can take maybe some, what other details can we put on the fireplace? Maybe some cobblestone walls to maybe put like right there. and like maybe do, I don't really know what I'm doing. I didn't look up any pictures, any reference pictures for a fireplace, so I don't know how any of the big fancy elaborate ones would look, but maybe we could put a secret behind here. Yeah, everyone likes a good secret painting. So what we could do is maybe, I feel like I should make a secret in this house, like somewhere involving the fireplace, or would that be too obvious? Might be a bit too obvious, but you know, I suppose, I mean, what else am I going to do with this? So maybe we can close off this area. We can take some stairs and sort of close this off so that the cyan stained clay isn't showing. And then in here, what we can do is we can get rid of that block and then replace it with a sign. Where's the sign? There we go. Oh, it disappeared. Oh, man. Alright. We can try that again. Let's get the paintings out again. Let's see if it will actually work. Hey, it does work. Sweet. Let's get the other portrait. There we go. And then we can destroy this bottom one like that. And there we go. The painting will now nice, lovely chill there. We can fly on in right there. Well, in that case, we're going to need to sort of make a little bit of a subtle hint. So something like, oh, dang it, I broke it. Something like that on top of it. Or maybe like some stone brick slabs right there. So it's supposed to act as though it's like a ledge, and we can get a flower pot. Where's the flower pots? Here they are. We could put a blue orchid. They're just right here on the corner, so it seems like it has some purpose. And perhaps like a creeper head, just chilling right there. Get some bricks, fill in that, get a painting, and hopefully we get this one first try. We didn't get it all, any of the other ones, and it's not working for some reason. I hope they didn't change it so that these things don't work anymore, or else that would just be a right mess. Oh wait, what did I just do? Alright, let's close that off. Is that going to go over there? Ah, it's going to go over there. Perfect. I really should have picked that up. Oh man, I haven't played Minecraft in so long. I'm losing my flow. There we go. Perfect. And then we can go over here, get a sign out real quick, and actually, let's get something else that would probably work a bit more, like a fence gate. Maybe a fence gate would be a bit more supportive. Where's the fence gates? Are they in here? Here they are. Let's just get a standard oak one. Doesn't have to be anything too special, and we can put that right there. I don't know if that's going to do anything. It's going to hold it. I hope it does, and if not, I'll just go and I'll experiment with some things. Actually, we have to open the fence gate, of course. There we go. So now you can just go on in here, and we can put some sort of secret room in here. I probably spent way too long on that, but anyway, I'd hate to close the video so soon, but I mean, I feel like I'm going a bit too far on time, and I don't want to have to render this for 4 hours, so I'm just going to go through and see if I can fix up anything, like fill in all the walls and perhaps like add a couple bookshelves, and then perhaps then we can, you know, I'll just do a quick cut to then, and then we can finish up the video then. So let's quickly replace this blue orchid, and then I will see you then. And thumbnail. Lovely. So here it is, all lovely decorated. Yeah, I kind of went a bit overboard more than I wanted to. I just wanted to get a general idea of what I was going to do, but I decided, you know what, if I was going to go through and furnish all this, I might as well go all out. So I might add like a little bit more detail, like maybe like some plants or stuff like that, but in general, this is kind of the idea that I had. So as you can see, we got a couple bookshelves off there to the side, a lovely table here in the middle. This thing is supposed to be one of those ladder things that you can move around. It may seem like completely not what those are supposed to look like, but also a bit impractical, and considering that I only have 2 rows of bookshelves right there. But, you know, I just decided I might as well make it look good and unique. But then if we go down here, I have a couple statues right there of whatever they're supposed to be. I don't know, but over here, I have an enchantment table put into the table for some reason. And then I just have a couple chairs like this right up against the fireplace. And I centered the table, of course. So now everything is nice and lovely as it should be. I also added lights that are nice and lovely hanging down from the ceiling. So, but yeah, I don't really know what else to add. Oh yeah, I didn't add anything to here. This is still empty. So if you're still watching this, leave a comment, considering that you're probably going to be the only person watching this. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but leave a comment what should be in there. And if anyone comments, I guess, like if just one person comments about it, I'll just put your suggestion in there. And even if it's like a room with no importance, it just has like a sign with your, you know, channel name on it. Sure, whatever. Or if you just want to put like a weird message in there. Yeah, sure, okay. But anyway, that'll be for this episode. I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye.